Hi guys, welcome back to Mega 5 Stars, YouTubers News Edition. So Royalty's friend, one of her girlfriends, Dominique, has commented on the video. Guys, I'm getting ready to do my hair routine, my night hair routine. So just ignore me or whatever, because I'm about to do something to my hair. It's wet and everything, so I gotta get it right. But anyway, Royalty's friend, Dominique, she commented, well, she did her video commenting on what CJ said about the fight that happened between Royalty's other friend. Her name is Shay, something Shay. But I just know they shortcut her name by saying Shay, right? So that's who Dominique kept on saying. She kept saying Shay. I don't know if it's Shayla. I don't know. But Royalty's other friend, she's short, light-skinned friend. She has a daughter that's always with Jalea. And so they all hang out together she be with Jalea and Royalty's other daughter. So anyway, they all apparently went out on the 4th of July. And there was an altercation as they went to leave the bar that they went to, that they were attending or whatever, for, I forget whose show it was or something. But anyway, it was a little altercation and they got through that. But CJ So Cool talks about it all on his video, right? But anyway, apparently Shayla had got a little bit rowdy or whatever with CJ So Cool's, well, got rowdy with the wrong person, which was a person that was pretty much looking out for CJ So Cool because he was in an altercation, a little altercation with some other men who he did not know. But the other guy, who probably is like a fan or, you know, just somebody who watches his channel, was like looking out for him or whatever. But anyway, the Shay girl, she approached the guy and she pushed him. And so Dominique was telling her that, you know, she already knew that the guy was like on their side, you know, helping to defend the situation or whatever. But anyway, Shayla just thought he was with the other guys or whatever and pushed him and, you know, just got rowdy. So Dominique was telling her that, you know, you shouldn't be doing that because he's the only man here and it's all women here, and you can potentially cause an effect, like somebody to get hurt by you doing that, because it's just women and one man there or whatever. So anyway, they was talking about it or whatever. Then she said the next thing she knew, Shay started talking about where she from and that she was locked up before and, you know, whatever. And so Dominique said she was confused because who cares, like, where you're from and if you was locked up before. She was confused, but she said the Shay girl proceeded to, like, mush her in her face. That's what CJ was saying. She proceeded to mush the girl in her face, right? Okay. So Dominique didn't want to let it go. They was about to argue or, you know, scuffle or whatever, but it was police there, Dominique was saying, and she said she couldn't get at the girl like the way she wanted to after the girl mushed her. So CJ So Cool and Royalty and the Shay girl got in their car, and Dominique got in the car with another girl, right? All right, so after they left the club or whatever, Dominique said she remembered that her and Shay, the Shay girl, had gave her number earlier that day before this altercation. So she remembered that she had her number. So she said she called her up on the phone and said, where you about to go? Because Dominique wasn't about to let it go. She didn't want to let it go, whatever. And she wanted to confront her about it, about her mushing her in her face. So then she said that's when the girl was like, I'm from such and such and I got a charge or whatever. And she said she still was talking about that when she clearly just wanted to meet up and know where they were or whatever. So she said the girl was talking smack on the phone and everything like that. So she said that's when, yeah, when CJ and them pulled up to the house, she felt like she needed to confront the girl, so she went at her or whatever. And so they said they was going back and forth, going back and forth. They went in the house. They still had an altercation in the house, as CJ was saying. And CJ So Cool was like, you know, he was trying to break it up at one point and everything and diffuse the situation after they had a little fight or whatever. And then she said the Shay, then she was like the Shay girl, no, CJ So Cool was like the Shay girl was crying and everything. So he was like, at this point, he wanted Dominique to stop, because they were saying that Dominique is taller than the Shay girls and a little bit and bigger than her. So then CJ So Cool said at that point he felt like it was bullying at that point, because now you done got the girl, you done got your licks, and you still going after her. But Dominique was saying the girl kept on having a lot of mouth, kept on talking, and kept on, you know, getting smart and saying smart stuff. So she said she figured, you know, the girl done mushed her in the face. Rather she tall or whatever, she done mushed her in the face. So at that point, she thinking the girl, you know, she not scared to get hit or whatever, and she ready to fight. So let me tell you something. Don't underestimate smaller people, that they can't fight or that they won't, that you shouldn't hit them back or whatever because they smaller. If a person put up their hands to you and attack you, you're going to defend yourself. No matter what size they are, you're going to defend yourself. But the problem comes in, where the problem comes in at, is that it was the fight, the altercation happened at the bar, but Dominique continued it, going to CJ's house to go after the girl. Now, in the eyes of the law, if this would have happened at the bar and the Shay girl mushed Dominique in the face, yeah, Dominique, at that point, Shay is the aggressor, and she would have had to be, you know, under arrest or whatever. But at this point, they left the bar and everything, and now the club, and now they're at the house, and Dominique proceeds to go after the girl while she's at CJ So Cool's house. So at this point, you become the aggressor, and then at this point, in the eyes of the law, you're going to be the one charged, because the situation was already left. Everyone went their way. Now you go and attack this girl, and then proceed to do other things. So you're going to jail probably for a while, because at this point, someone has been hurt. Someone has been physically hurt from your altercation. And as the altercation kept going on and kept going on, and she kept on arguing, and the girl kept on saying stuff, when Dominique was like, okay, in the house, after she got her in the garage, she went in the house, and she said she saw, she said she felt bad, but she did see that the girl's daughter was there, Shay's daughter was there. And she said, but Shay kept on running her mouth and everything. So she immediately went over to her and told her, put her hands up. She said, I told her to put her hands up. So that's not really bullying her, because I told her to be ready, get ready. So she said she hit her. She said she hit the girl. And she said the reason why she did that is because when she confronted the girl about what happened at the club, when she confronted Shay about what happened at the club, Shay said in CJ's house, she said to her, well, if I hit you, then I apologize. So Dominique said she immediately went into blackout phase, like she wanted to fight at that point. She said because in her way, and what she was hearing was the girl was trying to be funny, like, if I hit you, and she clearly knew that she hit her. So that wasn't her apologizing. That was her, to her, it was her being smart about hitting her. So she said at that point, she told the girl to put her hands up, and she hit the girl. And she said, after she hit the girl, she said to her, if I hit you, Dominique said, she said to Shay, if I hit you, then I apologize. So she was just giving her back what Shay threw at her, which I don't know. I wouldn't, I don't know. But, so they proceeded to argue back and forth. They were separated or whatever. CJ So Cool was like, at this point, it's done. You already got your second lick off the girl. Well, maybe second time off the girl. It's time to end it. Now it's becoming bully because you done got her. She's crying. Let me get her out of here. And so CJ So Cool said while he was stuffing her purse, getting the girl Shay out of there, stuffing her purse with her shoes and everything like that, all of a sudden he hear a ringing in his ear. Dominique done threw something to hit the girl. And Dominique said she did it because the girl started singing something else smart. As CJ was so cool, was trying to get it out the house. So she proceeded to lift up a canister, a plastic canister, throw it across the room, and it hit CJ So Cool in the head. And I'll put that picture here. This is where CJ So Cool got hit. And blood started coming out of his head and going everywhere. Royalty then got upset and was yelling at the girl and everything. And she said she did that. And her defense is that she did that because the girl kept on talking and singing stuff. So at that point, CJ So Cool was like, okay, I'm now hurt. And he was like, at that point, he let the girl, he was like, I'm leaving them to themselves right now, worried about my head. And he left them. And then he said, but at that point, Dominique noticed that she hurt CJ. So she stopped the fight and the arguing and went to help Royalty take care of his head. All right. So that's what happened. And she said she apologized. She said she wanted to apologize to CJ. She really didn't want to do that. It looks horrible. And she was sorry about it. She said, so she really want to apologize to CJ. And she said she also wants to apologize to Shay's daughter. Not Shay, but Shay's daughter for fighting her mother in front of her. She said no child should have to see that, which is true. I mean, at that point, if you really want to get with her and she just nudge you in your face, I'm not condoning violence at all. But, why do it and why get at somebody in front of their child? I mean, who would? That's tragic. But, things like that happen. So the weird part is that when CJ So Cool, after he got fixed up and everything, and after he got all, bandaged up or whatever, and once he helped him with his head, they proceeded to take Shay outside. But when they put in their car, they realized that she was too drunk to go home. So Royalty was telling her to go upstairs and go in Jaleel's room and shut the door and stay the night or whatever. But at that point, the Dominique girl said she felt as though that Shay needs to leave the premises, which was weird to me because that's not your house. If Royalty wants the girl to stay, that's her house. But she said she felt like the girl need to go home at that point. And I'm like, huh? This is dumb. So, but anyway, she proceeded to yell out the door at the girl. And I guess they exchanged words once again and everything like that. So she said she just felt like the girl, she wasn't done with the girl. The girl still was getting smart. And she felt like the girl needed to leave. So then CJ was like, he was just like in awe about it because like just at this point, stop the fighting and stop. Somebody done got hurt. At this point, you would think it's over with, but Dominique said she still, was upset. And she said the reason why she really went after the girl, she said, because she was startled. She said all her life when she was young, and this does happen a lot. She said by her, let me go back. So she said as she was still arguing with Shay, saying, you still here? You ain't leave yet, as they was outside. She said, the Shay girl said to her, You're too pretty to be doing this. You're too pretty to be acting like this. That confused me, because why are you saying that now to Dominique after she done fought you back and after she done practically beat you up probably? Now you're telling her that she too pretty to be doing all of this after you done mushed her in her face? So what, I mean, now she too pretty to get at you because you done mushed her in her face. So now she too pretty to get at you. What? I'm not understanding that. I don't understand where you're coming from with that. I don't get it. But anyway, she said she dealt with that a lot. Dominique said as she was growing up, she said everybody told her, because she's very well spoken. And yes, she is a pretty girl, right? So she said everybody used to take her for granted. And she said the girls especially would take her for granted. And, you know, either they were jealous of her or because the way she looked, the way she carried herself, people would try her and stuff like that. And she was the only child. So she said she had to fight a lot of battles by herself. I totally get that. I totally get that, because you do get, as you, when you growing up, and you're a female, and if you look decent or whatever, and girls are jealous of you, yeah, they're gonna try you. They're gonna try and fight you, and you have to fight a lot. And yes, that is a trigger. That becomes a trigger for a lot of adult women. I'm not saying it's right, but it becomes a trigger, because you have to understand this person as a child had to grow up fighting all the time because of her, the way she looked, and because the way she carried herself, because girls is jealous. They want to fight her all the time and stuff. And you grow up needing to defend yourself. So in her natural way, she felt like, okay, now I have to defend myself. This girl will put her hands on me. So now she go in defense mode, and sometimes people like that black out. They do. In her defense, you black out. People can black out and just go for like, I'm going to get this person before they get me. And don't be thinking wisely. And plus, on top of that, guys, I'm in the bathroom. It's hot in here. I'm still trying to get my central air unit service, because I don't know, it's not working good. But anyway, she said, and yeah, people black out. They really black out. And if they go back into defense mode, and then they start thinking about their childhood, that they had to always fight and defend themselves, child, yes, honey, that becomes a problem. That can become a problem. You understand? And so, even though it's not right, even though now you're grown, you should know the difference between when it's time to fight and when it's not, because now you're grown. So you should understand, right? But you don't know what people are capable of doing once you hit a trigger in a person. You don't know. You don't know what they're capable of doing. That's why you should handle yourself accordingly. Because yes, although that girl is grown and she should have known to just stop the fight at that time, or stop it from the club, and don't go following that girl at the house, because if that girl would have got hurt, or if CJ So Cool would have died from getting hit in his head from something, that girl be doing life in prison or something. You know what I'm saying? Because she went to his house and she caused all that confusion. So not only is she going to jail for going after that girl, but she going to jail for hitting that boy hitting CJ So Cool in his head. So yeah, but anyway, that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, when you go after somebody, you don't know what their triggers are. You don't know, guys. For those who are watching me do my hair, I washed it last night actually, and I only do this once a week. Like, I put in the leave-in conditioner by Cream of Nature leave-in conditioner, right? I spray this in after I wash it. That's after I wash it. I spray that in, and then I use my Cream of Nature argan. I can't say this word. I think it's argan oil. So I use that hair stuff, and then to stop it from breaking off a lot, because my hair is naturally break. It does that. It runs in my family, but it was breaking off too much at one point, and this helps stop it. It's the Cream of Nature Olay and black castor oil. And you just put a little bit of this in once a week after you wash it, just a little bit. This goes a long way, and it smells so great. It's so refreshing on your hair. Your hair smells excellent. And guys, I don't use any type of heat on my hair. I don't use heat on my hair at all. No heat. No heat. I don't dry it or anything. Just, I let it air dry. That's what I do for my hair. I let it air dry. So, not everybody do that or can do that, but my hair, it loves water for some reason, and it's just what it is. It does better like that. And guys, to keep my natural curls during the day, this is a routine that I do. So, I look funny right now, so don't laugh at me, but I'm not done with it. But anyway, yeah, guys, so that's the story. She said, you know, she was defending herself, but my thing is, you never know what a person is capable of doing, and you never know what their triggers are. You hit them, you don't know what they want to do. You can't, and now everybody, the girl Dominique is upset. She said because she's getting emails and stuff, people calling her a bully, people saying that she took it too far, and, you know, she said she getting a lot of, you know, people hating on her, whatever, right? But, you know, from everybody's point of view, you know, everybody's wrong in this situation. And, but they're both wrong in their own little way. They're all, you know, and then they're both, and then, and then Dominique is right in one way. Like, you don't test her. You don't test people. And you don't think you don't be going around thinking you're going to get away by get off by pushing somebody or hitting somebody in their face, you know. So that Shay girl is wrong all the way, period. She just point blank, period, wrong. And she could have started even a worse altercation with CJ so cool and his friends, you know, and the people that he was around or whatever. She could have caused a real bad problem. So guys, that's what it is. And she was just defending her actions or whatever. And again, she said she want to apologize to CJ So Cool and Shay's daughter. She said she doubt that she would be seeing Shay again. She said because royalty had told her that Shay said the only way that she will be around Dominique again is if she had her gun. So now she feels like Dominique is a threat. After she was the threat that popped Dominique first. Now she feels like Dominique is the threat. You see how things can change when you go around hitting people and you don't know what they're capable of? Keep your hands to yourself. Not saying it's right what Dominique did. I'm not taking her offense, but I am saying do not hit people because you don't know their triggers. And I myself know triggers because I know how I am. And I understand what Dominique was saying about growing up in your childhood and people hating on you, girls hating on you and wanting to fight you all the time because of the way you look or carry yourself. I totally understand where she's coming from. And not everyone understands that because maybe not everybody got tried as much as some people. But when you grow up having to defend yourself a lot and have to, watch out for people like that and always having to fight. I mean, I had to fight a lot when I was young. You do go into a blackout mode. I totally get what Dominique was saying because you can go into a blackout mode. So that's my trigger. I'm trying to tell you, somebody put their hands on me, I'm blacked out. Seriously. Like, blackout so you don't even fear a gun. That's bad. And so she must have took that girl there when she mushed her in her face. So that's why I try not to be around crowds. Because I know my triggers. I try my best not to be around a crowd. And I try my best not to be in a place that's going to get me in an altercation to where I would black out that much. You know what I mean? But anyway, guys, so that's what happened. If let me hear your thoughts on it. Let me hear what you think about it. But yeah, guys, that's what went down. So she did talk about it and everything. And if you missed what CJ was talking about of what happened on the 4th of July, go watch that video and tell me what you think. So guys, that's my night routine of me doing my hair. This is what I do, guys, to keep my natural curl. And when I take my hair down in the morning, if I take it down early enough, guys, because I got something going on right now. I've been in a lot of pain, and the pain has been worse today. That's why I look a little bit tired, run down, or whatever. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's in one of my videos, guys. I just leave the title of what's why I've been in pain or what I'm going through. It's in one of my videos. I just don't feel like going through it, but yeah. So it was a bad day today, guys. But anyway, that's my tea, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity news, as well as YouTubers news and updates, and my daily routines or daily tutorials. So guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.